The main event of WWE's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view has left fans pissed.
That's putting it mildly. After the unsatisfying conclusion to the match between Universal Champion Seth Rollins and the Fiend Bray Wyatt, the crowd was so displeased that they started chanting for their money back.
So here's what happened. The Fiend has been built up to be this unbeatable monster, and it feels like WWE wrote themselves into a corner they didn't know how to get out of. So Rollins delivered nearly a dozen stomps and a pedigree, and when the Fiend kept kicking out of all those finishers at one, Rollins finally went under the ring for ladders and chairs and a toolbox, and those didn't work either.
So he piled it all on top of the Fiend, and after the ref tried to stop him, he delivered a finishing blow with a sledgehammer.
And this is where things got weird.
Keep in mind, the entire match was bathed in red light, and this is where things got weird.
So the ref was pleading with Rollins not to use the sledgehammer because he just didn't want to see Rollins turn into, I don't know, some kind of monster that hits people with sledgehammers, I guess. But Rollins felt he had no other choice and did it anyway, so the ref stopped the match.
You heard that right. In a Hell in a Cell match, where supposedly anything goes, a match made famous by The Undertaker throwing Mankind off the top of a cage onto a table, was stopped by Rollins going too far.
But while Rollins may have retained his title, he definitely didn't win. Nobody won in this match, especially not the fans. There was booing during the match, and then after the result, they started chanting "Restart the match," "Bull," "Refund," and AEW, the brand new competing wrestling brand that launched their own weekly show on TNT earlier this week.
But of course, it didn't matter, and they were stuck with this bizarre result that didn't offer a clear finish, and no amount of chanting was going to do anything about it.
It seems like WWE was trying to show just how unstoppable the Fiend really is, but they went a little overboard. If Rollins throwing all that at the Fiend doesn't work, then what will? How can anyone ever beat him now?
I guess he's gonna have to have like an urn or something.
Ugh.
IGN user SNK Boss voiced their displeasure, writing, "Well-deserved boos. This was the worst main event I've ever seen in my life. I'm a big fan of both these guys, but they made Seth look weak. He'll no doubt be booed from here on out."
And he has a point, especially right now. Wrestling had a historic week. AEW's Dynamite launched on TNT, and it was real good. NXT's live show debut might have been even better, and with SmackDown going to Fox and making a splash, for WWE to botch a finish like this is not a good look. And we didn't even talk about Kofi losing a 10-second squash match, so yeah, fans deserve better.
I think what ultimately happened here is that the WWE built up a match that they had no idea what to do with from the get-go. They have a bona fide star in The Fiend who works best as this mysterious entity, and it seems like they just didn't want to commit to putting the belt on him at this time. In which case, they simply shouldn't have booked this match.
Just don't book the match.
Don't book the match.
Why'd you book the match? What do you think of the bizarre result in Hell in a Cell pay-per-view? Let us know in the comments.
And for more news from IGN Now, check out how Martin Scorsese slammed Marvel's movies, and an IGN exclusive scoop about the upcoming Star Wars show, The Mandalorian.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow and subscribe to IGN wherever you like to watch.